2, 1. We're live. Welcome. Today we are going to be sanding the Dodo. So that's what we're doing. I've already begun to try and save us some time because this part of the process is probably going to be pretty time consuming. So there we go. But even just after getting started, it's already making a pretty big difference. Oh, hey, we got everybody on. 373. Whoa, hey everybody. Welcome. Today we're just sanding the Dodo. We got some sandpaper. Got the hammer itself. And we're just going to town. So we're starting off with, I think it's 60 grit. Yep, 60 grit. And then we'll do 100 grit. And then we'll do 150 grit. Yep. Hey everybody, welcome. Would be a little bit faster if I had like say a belt sander or one of those hand sander ones, but you know, it's all good. My hands will do just fine. My hands have gotten me this far into this silly project. They'll get me all the way through, I think. I'm not really intentionally trying to reshape it at all, but I am trying to remove some of the material that's kind of loose and kind of weird shapes and stuff like that. We'll try and get into those crevices and stuff. Kind of smooth out some of those 90-degree angles and all those points. It'd also be easier to just buy a hammer. It's never been about being an easy project. That's right. It sounds like you fully understand my mentality in life. Life is not about finding the easiest way to do the most. It's about just a second. Apparently she's talking to somebody. So yeah. What is life about though? Who knows? The reality is easy things never made anybody strong. Or skilled. Or smart. All of those things only come from doing difficult things. And in some of those cases, they come from doing difficult things in difficult ways, or easy things in difficult ways. Hey, Mom's on. Welcome, Mom. It's going to be a noisy day of sanding today. That's what we're doing. There's a lot of different kinds of blemishes on a project like this that I'm trying to use the sandpaper, the different layers of sandpaper that we're about to do, to remove. Some of them are these little cut marks. Almost everywhere you cut, well, I shouldn't say almost everywhere, but anytime you cut at a bad angle, you leave behind a little mark. So we're going to try and smooth those out. And then also there's a lot of parts where like some of the bark is left, where it's like discolored because of the old bark. I'm going to try and sand out all those places. So we do have quite a bit of stuff to try and blemishes, stuff to try and sand out of it. But I don't think it's an unreasonable amount. I think it'll work just fine. But those are the main kinds of things. We've got some other stuff that I'd like to sand out, but realistically, doing it with a hand sanding it by hand, it would probably just take too long to remove those kind of blemishes. So we'll maybe wait on that one. It makes you think of Flintstones. Oh, like the show. I was thinking of a Flintstone. That's funny. And I was like, this doesn't have all that much in common with anything I've ever seen somebody do with a flint. Tell us about your busy weekend. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember anything about it. Nothing memorable happened. I sang at church, I guess. Not with the praise team. I led the hymn section. Um, so it's just me singing, leading the old people in the old people Sabbath school, the chapel Sabbath school. I shouldn't call it the old people Sabbath school because I'm trying to get more young people to go to it, like I do. Oh, hey, Lori! This is your first time on, is it? No, maybe. Oh, I can't remember if it's your first time or not, but either way, I'm glad you're here. I just now saw you in the chat. Have you seen what we're doing? Yeah. Oh, you were with him, Mom. I saw his Snapchat, but I didn't know you were with him. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I guess Corinne lost her fanciest disc or something like that, and Josh threw it into the creek or whatever, and Josh went swimming for it. So I only heard about it because he said something about it on Snapchat. So, oh yeah, Josh has a Snapchat. Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. You hate to lose one like that with so many good memories. Wait, so Lori got the aces or Corinne got the aces? That's awesome. Corinne did. Yeah, getting a hole in one is pretty exciting. It's the disc of power. The disc of power. Hey, why does this remind you of the Flintstones, Mom? I don't get it. There's no rocks involved. No stones of any kind, Mom. What are you going to do with that after it's done? I'm going to build my studio. This is the year of the studio. I'm going to use this to do my first joinery project. So my first joinery project requires one of these. Nobody really sells them. So you got to make your own. So, yeah. And we do it the old, since I don't have very many power tools, doing most of it the old-fashioned Noah kind of way. So, yeah. That's what it's for. We're gonna use some joinery to build some false walls for this little apartment. Catch us up on life, Nick. What did you do Saturday night and Sunday? I slept both of those nights. I don't know. But on a more positive note, oh hey Dad, welcome to the chat. Dad said he was watching me on the big TV screen, and so he couldn't chat. I wondered who that other person was. Yeah, on a more positive note, so I think one of the things that helps me when I'm uh, going through a depression is uh, to be honest with myself about the fact that there are some positive things that come out of a depression. So, for instance, I've been working a little bit more on a different story, a horror story I came up with. It's called the. So I've been doing a little bit more writing, is what I'm saying. I've been doing a little bit more writing, but it's not the same kind of writing. I've been working on a horror project called 8 Floors of Cuba, where a person basically goes through like some of the worst experiences I can think of in a hospital. And the hospital happens to have 8 floors. And it's not actually in Cuba. That's just a temporary title for it while I'm working out the imagery and stuff, and just to remind me of what I'm trying to imagine it looks like. But yeah, I've been working on that story. I added I'm doing, or I'm trying to do anyway, at least a 40 hour, or I shouldn't say at least, trying to do 40 minutes of writing every day. And so, and I did 1 day's worth of writing on that story. So that's been good. It's fun getting like I my passion for writing is kind of different all the time, and what I want to write is different all the time, and so there's like sometimes where when I'm depressed, I really have good ideas when it comes to horror and when it comes to villains, like coming up with some of the darker sides of my stories. So today I came up with a kind of absurdly good idea for a villain backstory and philosophy and whatever. So that's interesting. I'm gonna try and write that down today. Hopefully, maybe it's a good enough idea. I don't think I'll forget it, but so I should probably work on something else. But that's it. These guys, we've not done these yet. So that's something unique that's going on right now. So, I worked today. I was telling them about my gnome world stories. And I gave them the overview, the bird's eye view of the gnome world, which is a project I've been working on for, I shouldn't say that, project I've had in my head for a very long time, only recently been working on it all. But in my imagination, it has been one of the biggest stories for a long time. So, all right, y'all. Well, I plan on seeing you here, same place, same time next week. We've got some progress there. It's hard to really see the progress probably when it comes to sanding. Um, but same place, same time next week. And uh, yeah, check out my Patreon to see if you're curious about any of those stories. Uh, more and more of them will be added over the next weeks as more and more of the writing finishes just the small little projects. So, yep, uh, that's pretty much everything. So, love y'all. So, hit that bell, stay well, and I'll see you when I see you. Well, I guess I'll see you this same time